Hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob, the Rob's Nerd Knives. Today we have a very special unboxing. Something coming in from White Mountain Knives. I've got a second knife here and something else below there, so let's take a look. All right, first we're going to be opening a box from White Mountain Knives. Kizer from White Mountain Knives, and see what we have in here. So let's see what this is. This is a little extra hardware. This is the, looks like, so you guys are going to know what this is ahead of time. You got the little cloth, got some extra hardware. This is the Drop Bear. All right, so let's flip this open. Nice little dagger, drop point, whatever you want to call it, kind of knife. It does have the crossbar lock, so you can see that. I don't know where we are with the springs because this has the clutch lock, and I don't know if this is tuned for hard or not. I don't think it's tuned for hard. Yeah, you can tune this much harder. It is dead nut centered steel liners, micarta scales. We've got the typical little clip here. Not a bad size. I have large hands with big meaty fingers. We are doing 154 cm. It's an Azo design, so it's 154 cm. Very cool little knife. But that's not the only thing. We have something else here. Something from Original Goat that I wanted to unbox with this one. I have this one for a while. I was waiting for the knife to come in. It took a little while, but it finally came in thanks to the good old USPS mailing. So this is thank you from Original Goat. What do we have in here? Well, lo and behold, we have what appears to be some scales. So let's take a look at this. These are the Drop Bear scales that should go on right here like this. So we have a set of scales for this. And I reached out to Original Goat. You know, I have an affiliate. If you use the code RNK, you save 15% at Original Goat. I highly, highly recommend you consider that. Save yourself some money. Helps the channel, but most of all, it saves you some money. Why not save yourself some money? That way you have money for other things that you can do. All right, so let's go ahead and put this together. I need to get my stuff together, and we'll be right back through the process of magic of editing. All right, we're back. So now we're going to go ahead and work on this. So we have the original scales here. The scales here. Let's go ahead and take this apart. This looks like maybe a T8 and possibly a T6. So let's see. So first we're going to do is get rid of the little clip, and I think that's probably going to be a T6. So let's take a look. Now I'm going to tune this a little bit, make the springs just a little bit tighter. Notice they're in the second to last spot, so I'm going to try to move that up a little bit. Should make that just a little bit tighter. And these should fit right on top of here. And they should fit right on top of here. All right. Won't put any Loctite on right now. It looks like there was some Loctite that already fell off, but we'll take a look at here in just a second. But these are the original micarta scales. These are now the Original Goat aluminum scales. Kind of upgrade this a bit with this nice, beautiful texture on here. There we have the original clip on there. You could probably upgrade the clip too, I'm sure. That's kind of nice, right? And now there is some weight relief, if you noticed here on the steel liners. Definitely some good weight relief on those. And so now you have that kind of steel on top of the micarta, which I think is kind of nice. Really comfortable. Really nice. Let's see, does it still keep it? Yeah, keep it relatively centered about right there. So there you go with the crossbar lock. Now I did increase this a little bit. Does make it a little snappier. Yeah, for sure. That's nice. Do like that, a little snappiness. That's cool. Again, 154 cm blade steel with this nice drop point edge right here. Now, if it 154 cm steel to sharpen and to strap up. Let's see here. Was this cage bearings? Yeah, it was cage bearings. We could have put cage bearings in there, but this is going to be a giveaway knife, so I'm not too worried about it. But these scales were given to me from Original Goat. Just wanted to highlight them. These are the version 1. So I don't think these work on the Nitro V. So if you have the Nitro V version Drop Bear, I think it does say on the website whether they work or not. I'm pretty sure those don't work with the Nitro V. They're a little different, but this is not. This was the 154 CM, I think the 20 CV LC200N, some other ones that were perfectly fine. But that crossbar lock works really well, right? So there you go. Nice. Very, very cool. I guess that's some of the oxidation from the milling that occurred, huh? There you go. I like that. That's nice. All right, let's put this away. Very cool. So these are the original scales on here. And as you can see, now the original scales, you could reverse that if you had. I think you can order these lefties, and then they can put these on there, and they'll be inset, right? So notice that nice clearing on there. I think that's pretty cool. Nice flat scales. A little opening in here where the Omega springs go, but that's with the liners, and that's what you have over here as well. So I do like the little snappier crossbar lock. It's pretty nice. There you go. Nice and sharp. Functional little knife. I think the aluminum scales add a nice touch to it, if you ask me. So very, very cool. You'll have to tell me what y'all think about this. Well, before we do that, let's zoom in a little bit. I'm going to move these off to the side so you can see what this is all about. All right, so here we have the blade with nice big swedge, kind of like a dagger, if you will, maybe a spear point, whatever. Right, Kizer. Here's the original Goat scales, just to compare. Here was the original scales on there, the micarta, and we replaced them with these aluminum milled textured scales. No lanyard hole back there, which I'm fine with. I actually requested it, no lanyard hole. And we have the steel liners in here. A lot of weight relief you can see in there, right? Then we have the standoffs right back there. Then we have the lock bar, the pocket clip that's flush, and then it's inset into the scales. Here's the crossbar lock, the pivot. It is not captive, technically. So there you go. And then over here we have the blade. We have Drop Bear 154 CM and Azo Design by Kizer. On the side, obviously Kizer. So there you go. Nice little knife. I think that's pretty cool. Let's zoom in here on this guy. See what you all think about that. I'm pretty excited about this little guy. I think it's super, super cool little design, especially I like the fact that Original Goat decided to do some scales for these guys. If you've been thinking of sprucing up your Drop Bear, this is definitely a time to do it. These are really nice scales. I like them. I really like them. Very cool little scales. Do like these a lot. I think it's a nice way to sprucing up your Drop Bear. This will make a really fantastic giveaway, I think. Somebody will enjoy that. We'll, of course, include the original micarta scales with that. So I'll put these here like this. So you can see how each of them go on each side, like that. All right, let me know what you think about this knife. What did you think about the Drop Bear? I think I will do a review on this. I don't recall doing a review on the Drop Bear at all, but I'll double check. And if I haven't, we'll definitely have a review with this, and along with the original Goat aluminum scales. I think these are super nice, super nice. This is something I would absolutely do. Makes this a really more premium carry. Makes this look kind of stand off a little bit here, right? I like this a lot. I think that's nice. Hey, so what do y'all think? Do y'all have one of these? What's your thoughts on it? please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Subscribing and liking the channel really does help me out. It allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos, enjoys the content, is part of the community. I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification button down below as well, so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you. You do two exclusive things for me, two things that I really appreciate. One, you encourage me. You know, I'm like a workout buddy. I don't do this full time, so it's always great to have someone who just encourages me and reminds me why I love doing this. And two, because of your generous support of the channel, you allow me to do things sooner than I thought I could. For instance, I can check out knives from other people. People loan me knives, I can ship them back, cover the cost of shipping. I can do a weekly budget banger giveaway. For instance, a lot of these things that I buy are for giveaways, and so that's where my money goes, right? I wouldn't be able to afford most of these things if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's my small way to say thank you. Yeah, what else do? You help me to get the software to be able to, you know, compile and complete the videos, and so I appreciate all of that. As a result of those two things, I want to do two exclusive things for you. For you guys, I want to make sure all brand new channel members get a channel sticker and a thank you note. Basically, all you need to be is currently actively a member, never asked or received a channel sticker, right? If that is you, then email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker. Most of the time, it's a brand new channel member, but it could be someone who's a member all along or someone who was a member became a member again. Whatever the case, email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. Secondly, I do a once-a-month members exclusive giveaway. So every week we have a budget banger giveaway, but that 1 week in a month, we'll have a budget banger giveaway and a members-only giveaway. Yes, members, you're eligible for both of them. And I try to make sure it's not just a budget banger giveaway. It's something a little nicer that you would love to win as a prize or give as a gift. So that's my goal, always something to be cool, and my way to say thank you. So thank you. All right. If you haven't already, maybe check me out over on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.